Hey, good morning. Well, at least good morning for me. I'm gonna leave to go to uni literally in 5 minutes. So I decided to do the intro for this video just so I can see how much I need to read for today. Obviously, this video is random number generator chooses how much I read for a week. So I'm gonna do this Monday through Friday because the weekend I really need it to edit and have the video go up. So I don't want to have to worry about reading a certain amount of pages. So annoying part actually, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I do have university. I don't have university Thursday and Friday, which is pretty good, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna get a lot of reading done. But obviously Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I have a lot, so I'm not gonna get that much reading done, especially for Monday and Tuesday. Those are my busiest days. For example, today it's 8 o'clock right now and I'm gonna leave in 5 minutes, like after I finish the intro, and I'm gonna come home around 8:30 nighttime. So obviously I spent a lot of time there. I saw Maddie do this and I really liked how she did it. Essentially every single day she would have a random number generator pick between different numbers that she thought were possible. What that means is, for example, today I don't have that much time. I know that I'm not gonna be able to read that much. I think I'm gonna actually be listening to an audiobook for the most part. So for that reason, I'm not gonna put like a crazy amount of pages. I'm not gonna put the highest at 300 pages because that's just not possible. So today I'm gonna put it minimum, I'm gonna do 20 just to be safe, and then maximum I'm thinking maybe like 100 because I really don't have that much time to read today. So let's see, what are the chances? I was like, oh, it's gonna land around like 75. Okay, so we're reading 100 pages. That's great. So the goal for today is to read 100 pages. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, but it's fine because even if I don't achieve that, tomorrow is a new day. My goal for this video is to read my TBR for the month. I have 5 books on my TBR for the month and I have read 0 of them. I am in the middle of Road Trip with a Vampire, which is on my TBR for the month, but I am like, I don't know, 10% through it, and I have in fact put it down and I haven't picked it up in the last 10 days, which is not great. And I'm hoping that at some point in this video we can read that. But today I'm gonna start with The Enemy by Sarah Adams. I really want to finish that. It's a very quick read. And actually reading 100 pages of this one, it's essentially half of the book. Okay, it's a third of the book, kind of. I don't know if you can see yet. Like I said, I do have the audiobook for this one, so I'm gonna be doing the audiobook. I just filmed the clip. I was ready to just be done for the day, and for some reason my camera was not able to read my memory card. I don't know what is going on. I have been having so many issues with my memory cards and my camera not being able to read them, which is so just, I don't get it. I don't understand it, but I'm gonna refilm the clip. I was talking about the fact that I am 70 pages in. I did a lot of reading. The audiobook helped so much. I don't think that I would be able to read that amount of pages today, obviously, since I cannot actually be physically reading a book while I'm driving. It made driving go by way faster. It was actually really fun. I always forget how much I love listening to an audiobook while I'm driving because I'm focusing on the audiobook. Obviously I'm focusing on driving, but I'm also focusing on the audiobook. So I'm not thinking about the traffic. I'm not thinking about how much time I have been driving for. So I really enjoyed it. So far, it's pretty fun. The female main character at some points, she's a tiny bit cringy, a tiny bit annoying, but I have seen worse. I think that the female main character in the cheat sheet was 10 times worse. So I don't think that she's that bad. There are a couple of things that when they happen, when she says some things, when she does some things, I'm like, ooh, don't love that. But it's not anything crazy. Like I can look past it. The mailman character is really fun and I'm really loving him. And also she owns a bakery and he's your chef. And I'm like, my dream? That's literally my dream. I want to own a bakery, be a baker, and have my significant other be a chef. That's a match made in heaven. That was a really fun surprise because I didn't know. From the cover, you can already tell. You can tell that she's some sort of like baker, but you cannot tell that he's a chef. That was a very fun surprise. But yeah, I'm gonna read the last 30 pages. I'm gonna get ready for bed. And because I'm gonna get ready for bed, I was like, might as well give you an update and also do the random number generator for tomorrow. Do that right now so I don't have to worry about it later on, and also I don't have to worry about it tomorrow morning because I need to wake up at like 5:30 and I don't want to have to worry about giving you an update, doing the whole random number generator because I usually am running late. So I did actually do the random number generator. I'm not gonna refilm that, I'm not gonna redo it, but I decided to do minimum 50 because today I came home at around 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. So obviously I don't have that much time, but tomorrow I'm gonna get home around 5 o'clock maybe even like 5:30, something like that. So I'm gonna have more time tomorrow to read. So I did minimum 50, maximum 150, and the number that I got was 117, which is a pretty decent number. I'm pretty happy about that. It's a doable number. After that, I'm gonna have around 50 pages left, which I might sit down and read them because I am gonna be doing the audiobook, so I don't think that's gonna take that much time to actually read those pages. I think I'm gonna do that. We'll see if I will have the energy. Maybe I'm gonna be done with the 117 pages and I'm gonna think that, oh my gosh, I cannot read anymore. I'm tired. We'll see. But the goal for the night is to read the next 30 pages, reach page 100, and then tomorrow read 117 pages. If you can hear my mom blow drying her hair, I'm sorry, but there's nothing that I can do about it. I finished this one. I finished my pages for today. I actually surpassed the amount of pages that I had to read. I also surpassed it yesterday, which again, love an audiobook. I read more pages. I read 120 pages yesterday. And today I ended up reading 140, I think. I read 148 pages today and I had to read 117. So I definitely surpassed it by quite a bit actually. And I'm really happy that I finally have read this book. I have been wanting to read it for so long because it is the second book in a duology. So essentially I'm done with this series now. I don't know what I'm gonna rate it. I'm thinking something around 3 stars. Like I said in my previous update yesterday, there were some things that I don't love necessarily, but it was a very enjoyable audiobook and it was very nice to listen to while I was driving. So that's done. So now we're officially done with Tuesday. Now I need to do the random number generator for Wednesday. Wednesday is the last day of uni, which is so nice because I'm so tired. I have been spending so much time there and I'm like, I'm tired. Here's the thing. Technically, I will have more time because it's the shortest day. Like I have the least amount of classes. So technically I will have quite a bit of time, but at the same time, I feel like I might feel very tired once I come home. I feel like I sound sick. If I get sick again, I was literally sick last week. Let me finish this update and I'm gonna go and have a hot cup of tea because I cannot deal with being sick again. But at the same time, because it is the last day, I might just come home and then want to do nothing, want to fall asleep or kind of like rot and watch YouTube or something. I don't want to do like a crazy amount of pages. And also I'm gonna be reading the physical copy of a book, an ebook, not of the physical copy. I'm gonna be continuing Road Trip with a Vampire. So I think I'm gonna do minimum 40 and then maximum 120 because again, I'm gonna be reading the ebook, like I'm going to be physically reading it. I'm a fast listener, but I'm not a fast reader. So I'm gonna do that and let's generate. 89. I feel like that's okay. I am 15% through the book and I am in the middle of a chapter, which is great. I am on page 54, but at the same time, I don't know if it's that accurate. Let me see. Oh, okay, it's pretty accurate. So I am on page 54 and I need to read 89 more. So tomorrow I need to reach page 143. So that's it for today. And I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow after I'm back from uni and probably after I have finished the pages or I have read a good chunk of them. I failed. Yesterday I was supposed to read 89 pages and I ended up reading 25, which is definitely not even half of the pages that I was supposed to read, but it's fine. I'm still gonna continue and today is a new day. I was thinking of maybe adding yesterday's pages that I didn't end up reading to today's pages, but that depends on the number of today's pages. Like if it's an extremely high one, obviously I'm not gonna do that. And I was actually trying to understand why I didn't finish them because I'm liking the book. And I think that it has to do with the fact that even though I am right now 79 pages in the book, I don't think that anything has happened. So I do think that the beginning of the book is a bit slower and that's making me not that interested in the book so far. Like I'm curious, but nothing has really happened for me to be wondering and wanting to keep going and wanting to pick it up and thinking about the book. So that being said, today obviously I had the whole day free, so technically I could do whatever number of pages I want. I'm gonna try and be realistic because obviously yesterday I didn't end up reading that many pages. I do want to challenge myself in order to read more than yesterday, but I don't want to overdo it. I think I'm gonna keep it at like 150 pages maximum and I'm gonna do minimum 50. Okay, let's generate 93 pages. Okay, that's not bad. that. So today I need to read 93 pages, and I'm thinking I am gonna add the pages that I didn't end up reading yesterday, and that's 64 pages. So in total I have to read 157 pages. Hopefully that's gonna actually happen, and that's also gonna take me more than halfway through the book, like a tiny bit over halfway through the book. And I'm thinking that something will have happened by then, right? And then maybe even tomorrow it's gonna be way easier for me to keep going and keep reading the book. Fingers crossed. I'm pretty sure that this whole video has been from this angle. I'm sorry, but that's the most comfortable angle for me. Today's Friday, the last day of this challenge, and yesterday I did achieve my goal. I read both the 93 pages that was the goal for yesterday and the 64 pages that I had left over from Wednesday, and I actually read more than that, which I wasn't expecting. I read around 65 more pages, which is so exciting. I am actually on page 300. I have around 80 pages left until I finish the book. So today I definitely want to read 80 pages, and I was thinking about it because if I get anything above 80 pages, that means that I will have to start a new book, and obviously I'm not gonna finish it in this video, there's no chance. So I was actually thinking about it, and I was like, should I put something less than 80 pages just so I can finish the book and then wrap up this video nicely, or should I do more than 80 pages and then risk not finishing the third book of this video and like leaving it in the middle, I guess. I'm still not sure, but I think I'm just gonna do the second option. So I'm not gonna worry about having to finish the third book, which means that my minimum is going to be 50 pages, and then my maximum, I do think I'm gonna lower it. Actually, I mean, technically if I read another book, I'm gonna read 80 pages at least from this one in order to finish it. My maximum, I think I'm gonna lower it to 130 because 150 feels like a lot. And yesterday I don't know how I did it, but I don't think that's gonna be something that I'm gonna do today too. We'll see, but better be safe than sorry. So let's generate. Okay, I guess the random number generator chose for me. We're not gonna be starting a third book. I'm kind of disappointed about that because it chose 75 pages, which means that that's going to be just enough in order for me to finish my book, and that's gonna be it. So I think I'm just gonna do that right now. Honestly, I finally finished the book, which is so exciting because I have been in the middle of it. I think I already said this, but I read the first 12% of the book weeks ago at this point, and I'm finally done with it, which is so exciting. I was a tiny bit disappointed, I will say. It's probably my fault because I had very high expectations going into it, which obviously did not end up working out for me that great. And I don't even know why I had so high expectations because it's about a road trip. I don't like road trips in books, so that should have been my first red flag. But because I like the other two books, I really thought that I would like this one. I didn't hate it. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. And I do think that if I read it at another point, maybe after reading a very stressful book and needing something more lighthearted, I might have enjoyed this. I might have given it 4 stars. But even though 3.5 stars is a really good rating, because I was expecting it to be 4.5 stars, I'm still a bit disappointed. But yeah, I still enjoyed it and think that it was fun. But even how the witch was portrayed, for example, for me, when I'm reading about witches, I love when they are doing everything with magic because that's what I would do if I was a witch. So the whole thing with her being an elemental witch, so she can just do things with the elements, so technically she cannot do everything with magic. I didn't love that. This is the last book in the series, which I'm actually happy about because I don't know if I would have picked the 4th book since I didn't really care about this one that much. That is the second book that I read. The first one was The Enemy by Sarah Adams, which is also 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I would highly recommend listening to it as an audiobook. It was so enjoyable. I had so much fun with it. It was such a fun rom-com. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, 2 books down. I had 5 books on my TBR for the month and I have read 2. Hopefully I will get to the other 3 in the next couple of days because at the time that I'm filming this, I have like a week left in the month. That brings us to the end of this video. I really enjoyed this concept. I don't think that I read a as much as I do when I'm doing other challenges, because I was able to choose the minimum and the maximum. So that was actually kind of nice for me because I wasn't that stressed, but I didn't get as much reading done. So for example, in 5 days I read 2 books, which usually when I'm doing any sort of challenge, I'm reading like 3 books. I'm saying it like 2 books in 5 days is not a great amount of books, but I don't know, I feel like in my head I was expecting to read 3 books. Anyways, that's all I had to say. I'm happy that I read 2 books for my monthly TBR. I hope that you liked this video, and I hope that we'll see you in the next one. Bye!
You give me butterflies when you smile, and it feels so good.